You can simply run it, and you can click to the choose. So I have successfully loaded this data. Now I want to show this data here. Show data set. So I just want to define the df and pd dot read csv. And inside this one, I can supply my data name like wine qt, and you can click to there. Very nice. You can see data is loaded. Fixed acidity, volatile acidity, citric acid, and the residual sugar. So this is the basically work of the wine data set. So suddenly I write this code. So the ILOC, like index line of code, we have the function. We have already discussed like LOC and the ILOC, index line of code. So if I want to show all the column X and the Y, so what is the use of this one? So it will work on starting to ending, all of them, and starting to minus 3. So firstly, I want to discuss one by one. So if I would just want to display this x, not to x directly, I just want to display x. You can see it will provide the data complete because we have the data, but it will not provide the ID because I exclude the -1. So similar to the y, I just want to hold the data, and similar to y, I just want to display. You can see I just want to display all the data but minus this one, so it will show me this ID. But now the question is that I just want to values. If I want to run it, so you can see it will fetch out all the values. So my intention is that I want to display, and before the display, now remember one thing, the PCA say before the display you have to convert this data into the standard. What is the standard? So firstly I want to discuss, so I want to choose the text. And this formula basically work to do this one. And I have used this one. So now I want to fit this data into the standard scale. Standardize. So standard scale. So into the standard scalar, if we are talking about this one, so we can contain any options related to this one. So we can contain, so we can pass any variable like SC standard scalar. Now I want to fit the data and want to transform them. So firstly, if the thing is that I have not split the data, so I want to fit the data. So we have the data into x and the y. So I want to pass the data x. And you can mention here s scale. Scale value. So after doing this, I just want to display this value. Scale spelling. S should be capital. If you want to define this data into the data frame, so pd dot data frame, and you can pass the x scale. And I want to give you the different, like the d scale. You can see the data is successfully framed into this one. And if suddenly I want to pass the any column, so we have the X scale data X dot column. So it will automatically fetch out the column. But now the thing is different. We have data into this one X. We just simply want to convert it to the data frame. So now you can see I have successfully defined this data into the scaling format, and now the mean is successfully removed and the scaling factor is done. Visualize the data using C. Yeah, you have to open it again. Only X. And so that is the thing basically. I want to supply the 0 and the 1 for the data. Very. Now you can see the data is successfully shared, and you can also use the now I just want to pass the color C for color. Y. Y, that is basically the target value, the ID 0, 1, 2, 3. So Y, that is a target value. So I want to fill the color. You can see all the colors are same, and this is your choice if you want to display this data, and the X label and the Y label. Now you can also use PLT dot color bar and label anything basically you want to define. This is the color label, and if you want to define the fixed size, PLT dot figure fixed size. The fixed size is also the thing, and you can run it. 8 by 6. So now you can see I have successfully defined this data. Now I want to apply the PCA, principal component analysis. And after that I want to check out if there is any uh, reductions into the code is applied or not. Now I want to apply the PCA, apply the PCA. So when you want to apply the PCA, so the PCA principal component and it will be applied to the X scale value. And after applying this one, so we have the data. Now I want to visualize these things. So to visualize the chart. So the data visualization. So it will provide the code similar to the, now it is a XPCA. So the XPCA, here I just visualize the data, only the scale data. And after this one, I just want to display the scale data. Now you can see some dimension is reduced, the data set. And now you can see it is very congested data. And now it will reduce some dimension and it is little bit clear. So the -4 and also you can see the -2, -1 till to 4. Now here you can see the -4 till to 8. Here we have the data till to 4. So it will just elaborate the data. So that is the technique of the PC. And I hope you will understand what is the use of PC, that is reduce the dimensionality between the data.